With the announcements and discussion forums, you can use these to communicate with your students and have them communicate with each other on specific topics. So what I've got here, this is one of the units I'm doing, Manage Business Operational Plans. And if you have a look at the announcements, and you can start different discussions. So I have two here already. One is the virtual class slides. So when we do our virtual class, I then will print the slides to a PDF just for the main points, so they can use that to review. And you can see here there's two lots there. They can reply to it and comment, and there's some slides there as well. So I just add to that same thread each time rather than doing a new thread. And the previous one is, or the other one there, so the virtual class slides, I've actually pinned it, so you can click on the star so they stay at the top. You can have 1 or 2 stars up there and have other discussions ongoing. So this one was just a fun one. We had a little bit of fun in one of our classes, and I posted some pictures. We had an Oodie party in celebration of winter. So you can see some of us were wearing our Oodies. We played some Kahoots, which is always lots of fun. And there's a silly picture with a couple of us at the end of the class as well. So you can have a bit of fun with it. Don't do a separate one for each photo. Make sure you're doing it. You can use reply in there. So this one, it says timed, and what that means is you can time it to expire. So if you click on the timed, it will show you displays on Sunday the 30th of June, or display ends on Sunday the 30th of June, and it's visible to all students. So I'm going to show you how to do that now, so that there's not always a million discussion tabs there that were from previous students. It's just all what's current with the current students. So I'm going to start with add discussion topic. And you can type in your subject. This one I've actually found a little YouTube video, and that's relevant to the business operational plans. It's actually a really good one. So I'm going to share that with my students. So the subject is operational plans YouTube video. And to add the videos and also the excuse me, to time them, just click on advanced. Excuse me. And it gives you more options. So rather than just posting a bit of typing, we're going to add some things. This is where you can upload some files or choose some files you've already done, or you can drop them down here to post. So this one is, I'm going to say, hi everyone, I found this short video that is a really good summary of operational plans. So with any videos, or you can post articles that are of relevance, I would keep them to once a week, because the students have a lot anyway with all of their learning, their assessments, and also general life, work, family. So we don't want to bombard them with all this additional information, but once a week you might post something that might be relevant to the topic, or just to keep them engaged. You could, even post, here's the links to the next class or the next assessment support sessions. So you can do things like that. Or if there's, I play Kahoots a lot in my classes, because it's a great way to see if the information has actually sunk in the way I've taught it. And if there's something that I'm finding everyone's sort of getting wrong in those answers, I might do my own little short video. make sure your videos, like I'm not going to, with a YouTube video, I'm not going to put something that is, you know, half an hour, because nobody's going to have time to watch that. It needs to be short. So with the YouTube video I found is 6 minutes. It's actually a really good one for our topic. It really summarizes everything we've been learning in a different sort of format. Their pictures are, their drawings are definitely better than mine. So 6 minutes and 39 seconds. I try to keep them a little bit shorter than that, under 5 if I can, but 6 or 7 is probably the most I would do, otherwise they're not going to watch it. So to add a YouTube video, if we go down under the video and say share, and you just copy the link, or you can copy it from up here. And then I'm going to go back to my discussion, and you've got all these options at the top. You can share links, but I prefer to have them embedded so that they can just press play on it rather than click on links. You can unlink things if you've linked them. You can add emojis, bit of fun, images, and here you can actually record a video on there if you want to do it directly, or audio. Here is where we can insert or add or edit an audio or a video file. So we're going to insert the video file, and you can either put a link, or you can select a video from stuff you've stored in there. If you've already previously used it and it's there, you can then select that. So, you know, in 6 months' time, you think, oh, that video I shared a while ago with those students last year was really good. I might share that with the current ones. You can select from there. So you've got all different options like display options and stuff if you want to have a play, or advanced settings. You can show the controls. We can play automatically. You can mute it if you just want to show something, or loop, which I find annoying. But yeah, so you can show the controls. We might select play automatically on this one, so when somebody goes and has a look at it, it starts playing. And that's your audio, but we're going to put the link in. So we're going to select the link one and type the URL. So this is where we put the YouTube video link that we just selected, and then we can go insert media. And it's just showing it as a link. So you can do it as a link, or if we go back here and go to video, and that's where we put it in, and insert media. So that's where it shows up like that. If you've got an audio file, you can go in and select just the audio, you know, an audio file to put in there. So that's how it's going to show up. And now we're going to scroll down, because I don't want this to show up all the time. So we're going to go, if you want it pinned, you can do it there, or you can select it after like I showed you. Send for and post notifications with no editing time delay. That's always set for like a 30-minute time delay, and the reason for that is if I don't know how many times I've done it, but I've sent an email and realized there was a spelling mistake, or forgot to post something, or did the wrong thing. It gives you half an hour to go back and edit before it sends it out. But for the purpose of this one, I'm pretty confident that it's correct, but it gives you a chance to do that. So I'm actually going to tick send it without the editing delay, so that I can then show you in this video how it looks on the in the discussion forum, in the announcements. So this is where we go, you go time delay period. So if I want it to start tomorrow, I would enable the delay start, and I would select the date and the time I want it to be posted. For this one, I want it to go straight away, so I'm not going to do that. And display end, I'm going to enable, and that will show up until, let's see, we'll say the 5th of July. And I'm going to change that. So it's there for a month, and then it can come down. So a really good thing with this, with the display start, is you can set, you might find a few different things and you want to post them rather than having to post all the time, or once a week at a specific time. You can actually set it. So you can find a couple of things and go, okay, I'm going to set a discussion period, a discussion forum once a week on a Thursday at midday. And then you can schedule them all for the month and that will happen automatically. So you can actually preempt that. So once a month, I might just find a few things, or if I'm starting a new unit with a group of students, I can go, okay, what's some really good things that I can put in the announcements here, and I can schedule it to happen each week until that unit's finished or about to finish, and then I can start scheduling for my next unit. So it gives you a bit more control and helps you to sort of plan things and then plan to engage the students. Encourage them to post or comment on them when you're in your sessions or you're talking to them, just to get that engagement up. So we've got this set. I'm not going to delay start it now, but I want it to end in a month's time. So now I just go post a forum, and this one will be mailed out immediately to all forum subscribers. So I'll check my email in a minute and it should be there. So all the students will receive that. If you set it to start in 3 days' time, it will tell you when it's scheduled to go out, so you can double check that's correct. So now you can see we've got my pinned post there that has the slides. It's still at the top, and then it will show moving down the most recent, which you can actually sort that differently if you want to see the ones that were furthest. But yeah, the operational plans YouTube video, so it says it was posted by, and you can see here it says timed. So we're going to just click on that and see what it looks like. And there it is, and there's the video. We can press play. The internet's a little bit slow, but they can watch it there, and you can also click on it to expand it as well. Right. Yeah, it's just taking a little while, but it does play automatically. It's just my internet's not liking me recording and trying to watch the video. So that's how it looks when the students access it on the screen there through the LMS. And now there will also be an email notification that will show the students that there's a new post for them there. So it will go out to whichever email that they're enrolled in. And it hasn't come through yet, but it comes out pretty quickly. And that is how we do the discussion forums. Video started. There you go. Now you can see it. The controls are on there. Pause. Make it bigger so it can go full screen. Out of the full screen. And there it is.